Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I'm back following getting a new job, yay, and getting some things figured out. It's really just adjusting my life to a new job, so we're back. Last we left off was with non-stop Nun-cember, and we were either assembling a tank or started to paint a tank. But I can, show off my beautifully painted Exorcist. This took like a week to do, but it came out really choice. And since then, I started painting more of my girls. Oh. That was the first thing I ever finished. And then I got this Dominion squad finished as well. The awesome color scheme of red armor and black cloth, heavily weathered. So I am working on another Dominion squad with a black and fluorescent, or specifically iridescent pink. I don't know how well this is picking up on camera, but the effect of the pink is really cool in real life, even though it's probably gonna get ruined when I get eventually coat this with satin. And is Twitch cooperating? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Just for a couple seconds there, I thought it wasn't. So, obviously doing this on my own, not on stream, so we're gonna, take a chill, just paint some minis. Try to get at least one or two of these girls done. And out of the squad, that just means these three sisters, the cherub token, and then I don't know if I'm gonna base coat these girls just yet. Not base coat, or work on the bases just yet, because I got this diorama FX stuff for the basing, and I also have a couple other basing supplies coming in from Army Painter, so I'm gonna step up the bases as well. So that's gonna be cool once I get to it. But if I could get just these girls finished for now, paint job wise, and maybe a satin coat on them, I'll be happy. I could wait until I get those rest of the supplies in, which may not happen until after Christmas. I'm going to try to reuse this paper from last night. Because I have not been keeping count of how much of this palette paper I've used. And the goal is to probably scrape off. Is to have a fully painted. Oh, some of this is still check off. Goal is to have a fully painted Sisters of Battle 1,000 point army by the end of February, because I have signed up for a beginner's tournament. And for that, I definitely need a painted army for it. One sec here. So, I don't have a lot painted. Again, I have the Exorcist painted and one squad painted, and these sisters do take a while to paint up. So I'm not even in that good of a spot at the moment, but I do have until late February to do at least 1,000 points. Exorcist, sadly, is not actually part of my list right now, because at 1,000 points, and with that thing's point increase, I can't fit that in. So I've been running, I've been running Morven Vol with 3 forsuits as pretty much the main force, or at least the center of the force on my sisters. I so guess before I get any deeper into this is kind of what I'm using here. First, I assembled these girls partially. I've been using these um like shot cups, plastic shot cups, to separate them and each of the miniature pieces and do a partial assembly, which makes my life a hell of a lot easier. And makes things very organized. This is a really neat tip by Eons of Battle. Ever watched his YouTube? And also, I've been using double-sided tape and green tape so I could paint the helmets, faces, and backpacks separately. I was able to really factory line this process a lot. And, I only have to work on the bodies because all the faces and packs are finished. So I assembled them, then I hit them up with a fine coat of black Vallejo primer. This was to make sure I have an entire proper primer coat. The issue with putting gray on gray is that I've noticed I missed some spots. So if I'm covering and trying to turn a miniature completely black, I do this first to make sure I get everywhere, because I would be able to see the gray. And then for these, I went over with Vallejo gray primer. Been using this deep blue Mecha color by Vallejo again for the visor eyes. And then for the body themselves, I've been using Black Legion contrast paint, which is kind of like a speed paint. I don't have Army paint or speed paint yet for black because I can't find them. And for the pink, for these girls specifically, I've been using this Create Text Iridescent Fuchsia. And this stuff has been really cool. This is actually from my cosplay stock. And I figured it might be nice for the sisters, and because black and pink is always a good color combination. Unfortunate thing is that despite everything else going pretty fast, I do have to put on 4 coats of this just to get to where this is, and I'm still not sure if I'm happy with it. I once I do the rest of the minis, I might just go over one more coat with this just to be sure there's enough coverage until I like it. And the reason I went with gray is so I could get to the use of the speed paints, which have been really good. Not the most military green, but I've used these on the grenade. I've used the hardened leather for the leather bits. Really good color there. And for the metal, I've been using Balthasar Gold and Vallejo Natural Steel. And for the gold, I have this Army Painter Bright Gold Metallic. So that's what I've been working with. And I've gotten into painting each miniature down to about an hour and a half, depending on the complications. And of course, something big like this, with her own full church piece, 2 guns, some bricks. She took 2 or 3 hours to do on her own. So, we're getting there in speed, but some things definitely slow it down, especially since I have to use a lot of coats of it. So we're gonna shake up this Black Legion palette. That's probably way too much. We do black first. Typically, it's been do a coat of black and I go back over any sort of my slips with a brush on primer. I go back over the slippage with brush on primer here, and then brush on this again. Usually only takes a few seconds, so it's not the worst thing to scrub with the black paint. But black is definitely the color to use first in this case. Unless you decide to have black robes like I did with my first Dominion squad. Yep, there's some slippage into the kind of knee there. And the Black Legion contrast paint is actually it's not a one coat solution like a lot of the other paint is, but it's only really like one or two coats at worst. So it's on its weight. No, it's not the exact thing. And like I was saying before with the primer, if I missed any spots, it's actually really easy to see spots I missed with because I'm painting over a light gray. Stop that. I guess some of the painting I'm doing is technically, like slap chopping, just kind of get it on there, but I don't think I have the fine motor super precise anyway. I can be on something. I have been trying to take things slow, but sometimes my body or my hands are just like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. You don't have hand-eye coordination. And there's some spots I'm being a bit fast for, like the back of knee gap there is not gonna get painted. And that's just gonna cover up the pocket and important. Again, a lot of people are gonna see it. Except for all the people who are watching. And the cool thing about using black armor on systems that the chance is that when you're painting the arms, you can go right into gun. Guns are also black. And same thing when you're going over anything that's conventionally going to be metallic color. is you go over it with black. I'm going to talk about this more towards the end of the stream, but I'm thinking about doing a end of year subathon, crazy paint challenge, just to myself. I don't have many other friends who do this just yet. I can't really challenge anyone to one of those like crazy challenges. But I think it could be fun. Just subjecting myself to like a 24-hour or more stream of painting an entire army. Yeah, there's definitely some good jump in the clock here. That's fine, that happens. Did you have some other, like, army and one of them is definitely the Death Core of Creep. And that's a no-brainer. And honestly, I'm not might not even be paint Death Core or out. I got into this. So the Death Core is something I'm gonna definitely get that big box for, and I already kind of started building up. I got a couple proxy squads of the infantry, and I'm not at the moment, but maybe sometime next month I'll pick up a couple human Russes, and which are already pretty much World War One tank play. But I was gonna want to give them a World War One Dazzle camo pattern, even though that was more of a Navy thing instead of a infantry thing. But hey, it's kind of hard to separate the World War One history. So yeah, the Mach 4 tank was definitely like intended for Greek at some, or rather the Lehman Russ. And as for Tyranids, that might be my little holiday challenge thing. I'm talking like subathon challenge. And if I really hate these, have a, like they're modeled right or molded correctly. can never come out. Now I'm taking my first view, or my second pass. Because some of this contrast is not quite one coat, and then you could definitely see below it. Like this, I only just need to touch up areas I feel lighter. I see that spot right there on the tube hose. Why I do it? Yeah. Like these very large areas, the ones where it definitely needs a second. Alright, now time to start fixing the slips. That I'm gonna start with Army Painter Brush On Primer. The reason I'm using this instead of going directly to gray is because this gray primer is very light and doesn't cover up the black slips, as well as a darker gray, which is on this Brush On Primer. So it's for a quick, like, two-step primer. I use this gray, which is just more of a gray. And I go over it with a light gray to make everything match up. Ah, come on. One of the Aldrin. Yeah. Not so. That down. want to shake this, because every time I shake this, it kind of comes out like got something. Why Prime is like this. Now we go in. VIO primer. There. The reason I go as fast as I do, because I know that even if I go try to go slow with it and precise, I know I'm always gonna at some point up. So no point of slowing down if I'm up. Oh yeah, bot. Alright, well now it's time for the fun part. Oh, am I getting comments on YouTube? Oh! Yeah, damn it, I didn't even have that up. I'm sorry, Azazel. Yeah, no, this is Warhammer. I'm always missing this. All because the chat window wasn't up on my screen. I am so sorry. And thank you. Hope people like my doo-doo, like my cosplay. Thanks for stopping in and commenting, even though I didn't respond to it. Yeah, feel bad. I feel bad. There needs to be a better way. I could look at both the YouTube and Twitch chat at the same time on the same page. Because the guy came in here saying, oh, he likes my costumes and whatnot, and just ranted on about Warhammer painting for a few minutes before realizing we didn't even have the YouTube chat window up. Oh, hey, Gus. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, they have been coming out very well. Here's who I have finished so far. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you're doing well. So this is the part where the any sort of speed painting method I had going on kind of comes down to a fault. Because I decided to be really fancy with this paint, and it takes a lot of layers. I feel like it might have been faster if I just airbrushed them this color. And then turn the black, the armor black, brush. Then tell myself that if I did do that, I would set the mess up anyway, and I have to go over all these like corrective steps. Brush to try to fix any slip up. So I don't know. This is only my second sister squad I'm working on, and still kind of the first minis I've ever done. So, a lot of learning. Still learning. And probably never going to be a master. I don't think that's a bad thing. I got my own style going on, so I don't need to be like a champion or master. If I wanted to win a championship of painting battle armor, I'd do it IRL. One thing I do have going for me, that just after that, I kind of like all the other codes are kind of really just slap choppy. and add here bot camera, but it's coming at me. Ow. Now, another thing I do have going for me here is that if I do slip ink onto black, it's a real easy fix. I just cover it up with the black. And with this one, there's a lot of there's probably gold here that I'm gonna have to put on, but the cross or the big eye is very recessed, so I could just do kind of a sloppy job at trying to paint that. It won't be near precise, but no one's really gonna or well covered. No one's gonna see. I'm gonna use Hollywood. I wish there was like some sort of trick that could like I don't know, get more like maybe dry up or soak up some of the moisture that's in the paint so it's on thicker, if that makes sense, if I'm even describing that well. So this is coat 2. 4. Oh no, not yet. Still gotta do upper body here. Using the shoulder. What I've been doing is I've been getting 3 coats of paint on and then kind of let it set. And I go and move on to some of the other detail work like the grenade, pouches, the gold parts, rifles, or bolter and melt as in minion squad here. Honestly, some clips I think I kind of just gonna be hard to see. Good code, and this is where things could kind of go faster because when I go slow around the edges, I seem to get a lot of paint there, which good coverage. Same time, I get where things a bit lacking and more color on. Before I go and just slap chop like. Oh, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna touch on the the big drama with the whole data slate and not happening with this. So I'm still gonna play them. I'm pretty dedicated to this. I don't chase meta. And the same thing with any like other card game or any other game is I always characters I like. And let them being nerfed, I could see these girls being really useful and really powerful on the battlefield. Even though I just, started the game. But doing other factions I ever would want to actually play and commit like a full effort to are the Sisters and the Death Corps. And the Death Corps are not out yet. So, I'm not saying I'm stuck with the Sisters, but I'm gonna keep the faith with them. And I'm actually still gonna use, at least for 1,000-point games, still gonna use their most nerfed attachment, Ring as a Flame, because I'm not that vehicle heavy. Having everybody have assault is very powerful still. So it's still like, at least in smaller games, it's still, Ring as a Flame is still like pretty usable. And I'm gonna be rolling with that because I did play a game post data slate, and I switched to Hallowed Martyrs or Martyrs, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't enjoy it as much. I actually kind of lost the game because I had a one real bad charge roll that just didn't connect. Kind of from there, everything kind of went down the drain. I feel like if I was still playing Ring as a Flame, that probably wouldn't have happened. So I haven't really played any 2,000-point games, and the tournament I'm going to enter is only 1,000 points. So I think I'm going to stick with Ring as a Flame for a long time, unless the new December Grotmist attachment is going to be something pretty good. Bye. In general, I don't get like the doom and gloom about it. Now, the sisters are still very much playable in tournaments, and I think what Christian Von Kamian said is that we probably should have been expecting this, because a lot of other factions that have dice trickery also got nerfed. Which is, I guess that's fair in a game that's supposed to be, have a lot of luck, and like Miyoko dice take away from the luck. See how that would annoy people. And, it's put this in a few other places, but, it's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where if something does any slightly bit better than everybody else, they go and pretty much the next ban list pretty much destroy that entire deck, and you're going to be unable to play it. The sisters are still very much usable. It's not like, what they did back in, was it like, many Yu-Gi-Oh! Players who were there from the beginning would know exactly what I'm talking about, but at the beginning of the Synchro era, when they restricted Cyber Dragon to one per deck, that was huge. That screwed over so much. And, you can't run Cyber Dragons with just one Cyber Dragon. That's just how it's not how it works. You need at least two. So yeah, I feel, even though being a new guy to Warhammer, I still feel the sisters are still very much playable, even if they are nerfed. And I'm still going to play them, because they're still really cool. Oh, Mega Slip here. Possible. Yeah, got it somewhat. And another gold. Easy crystal. Or the God Emperor. So some white over here and mocking me. Now we switch to just my natural. Oh. lot of people don't do this, but I like adding some. Oh, actually, here to the guns. Definitely not. Getting these edges here would probably get absolute crush, but now it is raised. The thing I like about this Vallejo color, the metallics, that is one coat. Not necessarily a speed, but an accent. I mean, a few times have I ever needed to use more than one coat on just like natural steel.
My sisters and brothers, be thankful. They tell me the time has come for us to give our souls to the cause. You will feel it
But
shortly.
that soon.
Let the hell energy wash over you. You will be elevated to something more. We will join them, walk alongside them, help them forge a new world. It is our reward, our fate. We have earned this.
Now, puzzle. I've also been thinking about doing some like giveaways. Well, channel and social media and whatnot. I might start next month. I figure I have to actually do that over Blue Sky or on Twitch. Okay, so let's fix up some gun here. Sometimes it takes 2 coats of contrast to make it cover up. Some other. Bit of gold gun. Alright, now we can get onto the 4th coat of the pink. Which is the last coat for now. I'll probably go ahead and after not all So these guys are done. Probably go ahead and do another coat of ink on all of them. Depends on how I feel. I guess more sister talk. The Itchiets. Be back. I'm gonna pick up a set of them again. Probably won't be able to make it into this army unless I maybe drop my Celestial Croissants for them. I think right now my pretty well tight at the moment. I don't think there's really a whole lot of movement I can do right now besides put in these Dominion systems in. Oh. Be a bit careful because there's only one equipment. Have two Yayo Ask him. Over in the spots where I'm gonna. Oh, there's some spots I didn't back. Probably we're not going to get seen this way, but good measure. It's speed paint, but I still want to make sure they look good. This is the time. Oh, it's speed paint except for the pink. The pink is not speed paint. The opposite is speed. Up next, after I get these girls finished, I'm probably going to paint up those my saxophons with my normal Battle Sister squad. Basic old Battle Sister, and I'm going to use nothing but them, so I'm going to see how fast I can make that happen. So, it's already on. I got to be a bit careful with it. I don't want to take it off. I'm going to CA app. Here, that should off on the plastic. Then head on. Minute. Seconds. Then I go towards the back. Now I either do this on back leg here or within the cavity there. Now I'm just going to do on the back and just a small bit of glue. There. On. And close this up. I'm gonna do one more, do a once over black because I know definitely spots here, especially me. Spots on the back. And she is looking good. We got one done. This one did take just a little under an hour, so I am gonna take a quick break because I need to go grab laundry, and then we'll be back. My second to last one, which is more of a third to last because there's this cherub I have to paint. But we made good progress so far, so I will take a few minutes and I'll be right back. Excuse me. And just checking. Media before and all right. Let's get back to it. So we finished one sister in the matter of an hour, so let's try to keep that up. It's going to go into a 3-hour thing, but getting 2 of them done would be very nice. Start off. This one has a bit more detail than the other one. Made a pretty major slip there. Got a bunch of black on the shoulder sleeve. On my hand. Probably not good. Yeah. And he might be a yes. If you're working on this Steam model too, you're exactly right. I also really a Black Friday thing, but I did buy it that weekend. I did get myself a Resident, and I'm gonna definitely be working on with that. Bit of a hot topic. So, well, it's gonna be on the channel. So I don't mind supporting Games Workshop. I don't mind doing most of my buying. But I think there's kind of a point where just do it too much, cost-wise. Where it's like, okay, you know, maybe for these guys, maybe I should, you know, give myself a couple units, whatever. And honestly, I've already started proxy for pods. I order them off of Etsy. Because, you know, with Imperial Guard, because they're so individual unit, so points value in the main game, you need a lot. A lot of them. A lot of infantry. Means expensive in real life. So I think it's, at least casually, it's pretty fair to, you know, get some proxies going, either, you know, 3D print, do some World War I miniatures. You know, that sort of thing. But never bring it in W. But I think one of the first prints I'm going to be doing is like take Lehman Russes, or at least Mark IV tanks. Much what Lehman Russes are. And I'm going to probably do that in prep for when ready for when the Death Core box goes out. And probably over time, I'll probably upgrade Kill Demon Russes. I think the other like breaking point for or justifiable points for printed finishers is occurring absolutely. Because everywhere I look, it's just so expensive. That's not just the Warhammer. That's in everywhere. There's and I've looked, I've tried to do my research, and it's like that no real cheap solution to it. Outside of like Eon of Battle making them out of some printed pieces and then a bunch of foam core board or foam board. Other than that, but that's still like that pack that he sells is construction still kind of expensive in its own. So even if I did 3D train, which I've already been doing, and print. Now the selection of free models is pretty, and models I did find aren't really that good. I mean, they definitely have a look and feel to it, but it's, you know, doesn't beat, you know, the GW stuff, or doesn't one of the artists stuff. And it just takes a massive amount of filament to make. So I don't mind doing it because it's still kind of the cheap option if I've been finding. but it's still taking a lot of filament, a lot of time to actually print it out before we even get into it. Of course, the problem. And if you thought the classic models were expensive, now take a look at the train. And spoiler alert, it's not pretty. Oh, I have been printing various train, maybe a couple different boards for it. You have some official like orc terrain, kilting starter boxes, which might go in on for a full like orc battlefield. Then I have a generic bombed out buildings. Currently well. And that's the part that's taking way too much filament. Also taking a lot of time too, because some of the, I don't want to have to like sand any of it. So running some of the prints at very high resolution, very long print. At least that should be simpler to paint. A lot of airbrush, a lot of slap chopping with bigger brushes, kind of really get a lot all painted at once. Then I have, I think that's going to be like my training field, so to speak. It's going to be matching one of the tournament boards, hospital boards. Like a practice for that Guinness tournament and other tournaments that may enter. I don't think I'm going to want to be entirely a tournament player. Outside of just having experience going there and having fun at one. Then I'm working on, I found a set of cow-like turns that I am printed out right now, and that should be a spot a lot of single pieces to have it scattered around. So it's probably going to be map size going to be like a lot of open area. But they're cool pieces though, and for free, you can't, you're not paying for the files. You're only really paying for filament at times. Bad, and it looks decent. Done back on. Second. I think we're good to get to the correction step. Now, answer some Discord pings. Like before, we're starting off medium grade pressure. Fine if I get on something black because that's gonna. But hey, they're really close to the button. I'm on this. I have no idea what the hell this is. Looks like a scroll or some sort of couch or something. That's just gonna be leather. I'm not messing. I'm not gonna try to figure out what the hell that is. I think that's good. We can move on to the light gray primer. I think I need some of these spots to dry a bit more before on any more of this timer. Just some coverage black. So I'm gonna switch on over real fast on this guy a tad. Minutes. Later. Probably be working on the gun at after on the pallet. I end up painting all these cherub tokens. Right. Except for the one that was attached. My excess. That one was. The chain. Chain. Copper. Incense ball thing at the bottom here. Oh, that's a bit less work I have to do later on. Back to direction. Let's Alright, now we can get back to pink. So we're about a half hour in, like 35 minutes in paint job. Definitely gonna go over 2 hours of clock to myself. Only doing 2 hours. To back here. And back. It's only gonna look, like a bad paint job if only person gonna be making sure these girls are pretty ready. Yeah, some mega slippage is happening. Model. Nothing that ruins anything. A lot of back and forth with the black here. Yeah, some of these poses are just straight up not. They don't conduct themselves well. Easy painting. Well, I may not be looking forward to painting 100 Kriegsmen. That is really one coat. Alright, now that's one coat of pink. So Right. Up. Hello, French. Alright, that is coat 2 of 4 of the pink for coat, then do the other details and come back with the final coat. We're at 2 hours of At this point, I'm typically satisfied with coverage in the deep corners or pocket. That's kind of just lap chop. Oh no. I'm gonna go over the emblems. I'm gonna do a touch up of black, not the full thing, but I do want. For some reason on this model mold, the wings go all the way up to the edge of the head. A bit odd. Okay, that's alright, time to let's get to the other details here. What I want to do is try to get the full and halo. Full. Oh, got that. My personal touch is because bullets in there, and bullets are typical. Not the color of the magazine. I can go in. And on the inside, I can pop a color. And before I do anything else on the gun, I want to get off to the side here, the grenade and the leather pouch. Give the copper. Call it copper, but it's really a gold by Games Workshop. Kind of like the problem with the speed paints. I'm not going to zoom in on it, but when they're on the palette, it's really hard to tell what color they're supposed to be. I haven't made a mistake yet. But that's the cause of it. That out has a small criticism. but otherwise pretty great. You know, if you could find them. That's the other issue. Come on, Green. I'll try to get in there. Do your thing. Bit of black. Back to the natural skill. Oh, it's actually reactivated the green. I have to get back to that. But we can go everywhere else. I think so. Oh. Action. Along with the site, whatever this top rail is. Hello. So this gives the gun more depth. It's also a nice contrast, kind of like a gun that's typically only painted one color tone or one color, and the only times I ever see both is colors is ultramarine. The sisters of all people would have, like, at least some decorative, I guess, on their guns, not just everything's plain old black. If you look at the sisters, they have, like, some decorative, I guess, on their guns, not just everything's plain old black. Like, the sisters of all people would have, like, at least some decorative, I guess, on their guns, not just everything's plain old black. I know that's how things would be realistically, but hold on, I gotta here. Alright, I think we could do a pass on. Or go ahead and do a pass of black on the gun to protect some of this slippage, metallic slippage. Then we'll do the fourth coat of pink, and then we could together also something else that's worth of note about how I'm painting them is that they're definitely gonna get weathered. I'm gonna give them a couple of washes. One wash. Ah, crap. Okay. They're gonna be simplistic washes, nothing crazy. Just something to add more detail and highlight some areas. Go on record and say I don't like W style, the official style. Having to highlight everything, kind of weird. Not judging or anything, but that's kind of unnecessary. You know, it's not something you would do on something in real life. Alright, okay. And around the ejection. So, am I the only one who finds it odd? I think a barreled gun like the bolter has two ejection ports, one on both sides. Explain that one, Games Workshop. Right, last pink. After this coat, we're gonna go pack all the people. Happened. Oh, you know what? I have to do this. I have to do the grenades. Hopefully the died by now. Oh, the Doom soundtrack. So before going on, let's fix this age spoon. I don't know what's not cooperating. The silver print. I want to get a bit rounded leather pouch. Okay, time for the correction step, and then we could assemble. Might be hard to see, but there's definitely a lot of paint got onto the black here. Because I'm working like only away from it, it knocks me. Uh, you like the spot, robe, and the leather pouch. Probably the pouch, not the. But we're gonna paint it pink. Okay. Little tiny spots like that. Probably not good. There's much correction. But, Alright, she. Oh, sorry, I was gonna do anything else. In there. On. She is ready for assembly. So, nearly a 2.5 hours stream. Take on the middle about. So that's a little over an hour each. We're having to, do 4 layers of one paint plus portion of the model was still pretty good. So as I'm putting this together, I want to say in the future. In the future, I'm probably going to stream a bit more sporadically. At least not have not do one of these things where it's like I start a quad or a miniature from start to finish. Only work on it on stream. Maybe if it's like a special model, a special request or something, but my schedule is I sometimes don't get home until past 10. So I kind of don't want to like get home, having to set up for a stream for a few hours, and then it's already bed. When I get home like that, it's typically just want to throw myself into my art for a few hours, then just call it there. I don't need to stream everything. No. So, still gonna be some special streams on the horizon, but doing like I was trying to do for Non-stop Nun-cember, where it was like building a set from the ground up and then painting it all on stream. Just felt like it was a very slow process. I only was trying to do it only exclusively on stream. So that's gonna get canned. And what I'll probably do is what I'll do though is that I will try to have at least like one stream of every unit I'm working on, because I have some interesting for all of them. Oh, one thing I did forget here. I do have interesting color schemes for a lot of these. I want to show off some of that on stream, but I can't do it all. Like maybe like when I'm doing my sacrosanct, maybe I'll just do like one stream I'll have like 2 of them finished already before going on stream, and then I'll do one quickly on stream, and then you'll see my cool, probably Mimi paint job for them. But I'm not going to be there for like 10 hours across 4 or 5 streams to paint them all the way. Oh. Down my finger. I could pass, but one thing I did forget here is gold. I like painting gold for some reason. But and like out of art. Okay, done. Slippage. There's another spot that I think I got on the. Oh yeah. Is fall down. And hit up. Ah. And I want to go over the little control bar here. Definitely buffed off. Alright, well, so there we have it. I'm gonna call it here, but we did get a good amount of work done. These aren't as I would have liked. But using mostly speed paints, I decided to be real artsy and use this cool iridescent pink I have. And it is coming out great, so it's definitely worth the effort. So, that said, I'm probably going to be finishing these girls off on my own, off stream. You get the gist of what I'm doing here. So I don't need to do, the rest of them on stream. Just my own. Which is, there's only one left, and then the cherub. So, what am I gonna do next? I'm probably gonna work on my Sacrosanct squad, which is... I'll try to do some of that on stream. Just to show you what I'm doing, the color scheme, which is gonna be kind of memey. I.e. fun. And then, after that, probably normal Battle Sisters, but sometime next week I'm planning on doing a big subathon, like a big marathon challenge. I'm projecting myself to you about painting an entire Tyranid army. Trying to paint an entire Tyranid army in like 24-hour period. That's my big brain thing I'm probably going to try to do. sometime between now and Christmas for subs and whatnot. Maybe not subs because that costs money. Doing something like that. Not necessarily subs, just I don't know, follow-a-thon, paint marathon, paint challenge, 24-hour paint challenge or something. Anyway, yeah, that's the pipeline. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm glad to be back to streaming, and let's see where this goes. I appreciate you all for watching. YouTube folks, like, comment, subscribe. There's live streaming over on Twitch and I guess here on YouTube, which I need to get better at having the YouTube chat up. And then I will catch you all later. Y'all have a good night. And thanks for watching. All right. And I'm still kind of. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yep. Did you? Us. not good, I don't. Right on the road. Right on the sleeve.